This leads us into the perfect session of our first award of the evening. To help us present the United Way Organized Labor Community Service Award, please welcome to the stage Crosby High School JROTC Cadets.
One, two, three.
Crosby strong! Cadets, on your feet! Cadets, center face! Forward, march! Mark time, march! Hold. Left, face!
It is our pleasure to introduce to you Cadet Major Chris Pizzaro,
Cadet Captain Lenisvet Rivera.
Cadet Captain Kevin Santos,
Cadet Command Sergeant Major Ann Skinnett Alavello.
Cadet First Lieutenant Ethan Santos,
Cadet Sergeant Mark Vinci.
Cadet Private First Class Leticia Lawrence,
Cadet Private Henry Lopes.
The Cadet Creed.
I am an Army Junior ROTC cadet. I will always conduct myself to bring credit to my family, country, school, and the Corps of Cadets. I am loyal and patriotic. I am the future of the United States of America. I do not lie, cheat, or steal, and will always be accountable for my actions and deeds. I will always practice good citizenship and patriotism. I will work hard to improve my mind and strengthen my body. I will seek the ways of leadership and stand prepared to uphold the Constitution and the American way of life. May God grant me the strength to always live by this creed.
We, the cadets of Junior ROTC at Crosby High School, would like to introduce Command Sergeant Major CSM, retired Caterina G. Veronesi, Army Instructor, recipient of this year's United Way Organized Labor Community Service Award.
She is a native of Fairfield, Connecticut, retired from the U.S. Army in July 2022 after 34 years of service. She spent the last 2 years leading the United Way UPSTARTERS program at the high school and joined the United Way as a voting member in 2022.
Command Sergeant Major Veronesi motivates me and my fellow upstarters, telling us that we might begin our journey in Waterbury, but our reach could be global. We learn about ourselves and the power of volunteering.
Her purpose is to serve as an Iraq-Afghanistan veteran. Command Sergeant Major Veronesi also served with the United States Civil Affairs Psychological Operations Command of Fort Bragg, North Carolina. In the Horn of Africa, she conducted humanitarian aid projects and as part of the Department of the State Peacekeeping Mission.
Earlier in her career, Command Sergeant Major Veronesi was assigned to the 3rd Infantry Division in Kitzingen, Germany, and the 8th Army in Seoul, Korea, with Judge Advocate General Court specifically in criminal law and magistrate court.
In his inaugural address, President John F. Kennedy said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." Command Sergeant Major Veronesi believes that people at the top are there because other people count on them. We should always listen to and take care of the people around us.
to Command Sergeant Major Veronesi. We cadets volunteer by feeding the hungry, making masks during the pandemic, or giving children at the holidays. We asked us to do more than just find a doll or a toy car. For example, she prompted us to think about science kits as gifts so that the kids can use their imagination and maybe find a desire to become scientists.
We become a team thanks to Command Sergeant Major Veronesi. We've learned how to think for ourselves and find our purpose in life. We're proud that this year's United Way Organized Labor Community Service Award is presented to our one and only Command Sergeant Major Veronesi.
Cadets, cloud break, rest!
How y'all doing tonight? All right. We're very pleased to be here this evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, United Way leadership, donors, sponsors, and distinguished guests. Thank you for this generous award and opportunity to serve the community of Greater Waterbury. It's deeply humbling and real. Congratulations to all of the awardees here tonight for their outstanding spirit of service and selflessness, especially in these days. I'd like to share a few things about the young men and women on this stage behind me. In no particular order, some metrics for you. I know a lot of you business people understand metrics. Right? Right. Okay, so I'm going to bore you with that. But I think you'll be very interested to hear these metrics. 4.1, 4.0, twice. 3.9, 4.0, 3.7, and 3.8, twice. Those are their GPAs from the recent marking period. Now, how about some content from their resumes? United Way UPSTARTERS, National Honor Society, Junior ROTC Leadership and Academic Bowl Competition, Biology, Civics, English, Geometry, Pre-Calculus, and United States History Honors, Junior ROTC Raiders Competition, Iron Woman, Crosby High School Student Council Treasurer, Cadet Battalion Executive Officer and Company Commanders, Crosby basketball, softball, swim, dive teams, cross-country and track and field athletics, Early College High School, Junior ROTC Cadet Leadership Challenge, Upward Bound, future intern at Lockheed Martin, and future enlistees of the United States Army and Marine Corps. By the way, just so you're with me and I didn't lose you, all of those things that I just read to you are on their resumes. That means they're doing them, did them, and are going to do them. All right? Besides being students, this is the versatility that you see in front of you, and the heart and the drive. By the way, they represent grades 9 through 12. Next, a bit about how we met Upstarters. At its core, Junior ROTC is a character and leadership development program aimed at the next generation of leaders. Its motto being to motivate young people to be better citizens. Cadets are learning that leadership is tangible, meaning they should be seen in action, on task, either as a team or as individuals thinking on their feet. One of the curriculum objectives is doing your share as a good citizen at school, in society, within the country and around the world. This goes hand in hand with United Way's mission in having a direct effect in the community. The Upstarter program was a natural fit for the junior ROTC cadets because it puts them hands-on with current and ongoing issues and problems that they can address through their actions and skills. It's also a vessel for them to explore and excel in positions and environments not otherwise available to them. Now, during the pandemic, you know how everybody was cut off from one another, and when the mask-making event was announced, Crosby cadets and their family members jumped at the chance to play a part in keeping citizens safe and healthy. Right behind me, Cadet Command Sergeant Major Rodriguez Alvelo is shown in one of the photos that you just saw, diligently making masks with all sorts of personally selected fabrics. She had flair. I watched her take such care and precision with each mask that she created with her two hands, and by the end of the evening stood a box brimming over with completed masks ready to wear. Another example came when our cadets participated in the card-making activity for medical responders. These cadets understood their audience were doctors, nurses, medical staff, EMTs, and even the ambulance driver. And during a personal and perhaps vulnerable time of their day, when taking an account over the good and the bad, a card like this might brighten and bring some cheer. Now, Cadet Private First Class Lawrence did not disappoint, and she created an assortment of heartfelt cards of a smiling Christmas tree that opened up with a present inside. Back in November, Cadet Major Pizarro ensured cadets were bringing in a variety of canned goods and non-perishable foods for local families to complete the holiday meal at their tables. She also personally helped transport and organize holiday gifts with the Waterbury chapter of the Salvation Army. And recently, Cadet Captains Rivera and Santos, Cadet Sergeant Vinci, and Cadet Private Marty visited the neighborhood school at the Easter Seals Academy and read books about manners, family matters, and community support to the delight of little preschoolers. They stayed around afterwards and they played games and activities during their recess, and they were each treated to personalized thank you cards with little handprints on at the end, because of course little preschoolers don't know how to write yet. So their handprint is their signature. Adorably. Overall, such a win-win-win situation for Crosby student cadets, the greater Waterbury community, and most certainly our United Way. It's in the doing that junior ROTC cadets are empowered, and that character is developed through example and firsthand experiences that everyday people remember how you took the time to see their circumstances or struggle, acknowledging their dignity and making a difference in their life. It takes us all to unite and help a person up on their way towards a better day. And did I also tell you I love the teaching profession in Crosby High School? Okay. I just want to say to you off the record, to give these young people a chance. When you become a leader, your job is to serve. Your job is to help the next person up. And if you ever find yourself in a position to help one of these young people with a job, getting into a job, and I want to bring that up tonight very quickly. I want us to partner Crosby Junior ROTC with United Way in helping get a lot of these young people below the ages of 16 find good little part-time jobs, because it's going to take up their time. It's going to give them something meaningful. I'm not talking about fast food restaurants. I'm talking about vocational type jobs. Could we all partner together? Could we please do that for them and set them on their way? That's a good investment of both your business minds and their charismatic hearts and their willing hearts. They want to be tactical, okay? They want hands-on experiences. They don't want to be sedentary, okay? Please keep that in mind, and I know you know this about this next generation because they've been sitting around too long. But that's something I want to bring to your attention. Let's get them employed. They can't wait till they're 16. They want to be in the library. They want to be helping as a home health aide or learning the medical profession or working with mechanics and whatnot. So thank you again, United Way Upstarters, for this honor, and we're motivated for what lies ahead. Let's get to work. Hua, Army strong, and God bless America.
Cadets, attention! Left face! Forward